What's up guys, Music Legend here, and today I am back with another music related video. Now I know it's been a while, but there's been a lot of really good music out lately that I've had the opportunity to listen to. I felt like absolute trash last week, so I didn't have a lot of time to really review music, but a lot of stuff came out that I really want to talk about. Later today I'm going to be reviewing Kanye's new album because it's really good and honestly a lot better than some actual rock albums that came out pretty recently that I don't really want to bother reviewing. The Five Finger Death Punch's album. Anyway, but what I'm going to be talking about today is an artist who had an album last year that I thought was terrible, but has a really good track record. They're a very interesting band. They're a lot different from a lot of other musicians currently out there. They have a lot of really good songs. They're really well known, really popular, and really well loved. And I personally really like their music a lot. And that is Gorillaz. Now, I've talked a little bit about Gorillaz on this channel, not really in a good way though. My review of Humanz was very negative. I gave the album a 4. I stand by that. There's only 4 good songs on the album. Andromeda, Saturn's Bars, Strobe Light, and Ascension. Ascension's more of a Vince Staples song than a Gorillaz song. Strobe Light's really more of a Peeve and Evert, or however you say the guy's name. And really the only song that feels like Gorillaz on the album is probably Andromeda because of its very spacey. And also Busted in Blue, my bad. Busted in Blue's good. But the rest of the album is just so horribly bad. The featuring artists really run the song. Other than Busted in Blue and Andromeda, it doesn't really feel like Gorillaz. The other songs that are good on it are good just because they're good songs. But there's been 2 songs released so far for this new album, the Now. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan of Gorillaz. My brother's a massive fan of Gorillaz, and we didn't even know about this album coming out. It kind of took me by surprise that they're making new music so soon, but they are. They have a new member, or a temporary member, Ace. So the Powerpuff Girls are now in the Gorillaz universe, which is insane and mind-blowing. And also I heard rumblings of them making a potential Adult Swim show of Gorillaz, which I think would be awesome. But the songs they released were Lake Zurich, which was like an instrumental track, like a visualizer track, and then Humility, which was an actual track. Now, for one, they really changed their art style back to that standard hand-drawn style, and it looks a lot like Phase 3 did. They look a lot like Plastic Beach, and the songs sound more like Plastic Beach. Hearing Humility, it's a very laid-back, relaxed, beachy-sounding song. I get a lot of Plastic Beach vibes from it, and that is amazing. These 2 songs alone, despite the fact one is instrumental, really sound much more like the old-fashioned Gorillaz we know and love than the newer sound of Gorillaz. Now, Gorillaz you can't really say have a signature sound because they dabble in basically every kind of genre physically imaginable, but their last album, Humanz, tended to be more on the EDM side. This album sounds like it's going to be more on the kind of poppier side. You know, Demon Days is more of an alternative album, and then their first self-titled album was also kind of an alternative album, but also a majority rap album. A lot of the songs on their first album had a lot of rap components to them and kind of sing-songy melodic tracks on them. But overall, this sounds great. I'm going to start off with the lesser track, Lake Zurich. Now, Lake Zurich, or Zurich, however you say it, is essentially just an instrumental track, but it's very groovy. It's really kind of psychedelic almost. The video is just like a spinning thing. It's just like a hypnotization thing. It's really nice sounding. You could just throw this on and listen to it. It's amazing background music, it really is. And it's just really upbeat and cool. You could hear this playing in like a restaurant or a club or something like that. I could really see that happening. It's really good. And I think it's nice because it has some more instrumentals, it has some synthesizers, it sounds a lot like the older style of Gorillaz music, especially Plastic Beach in the fall era, but I get some Demon Days vibes too. And then the actual track, Humility, is also a really great track. You have Damon slash 2D's vocal sound on point, a lot like the 2D character we've also came to know and love. Well, we didn't really get a lot of 2D's old-fashioned voice, except for Saturn's Bars, Andromeda, and Busted and Blue. A couple other tracks, kind of. We didn't really get a lot of like that old 2D, that very spacey, very relaxed kind of sounding 2D. And this album already, and at least this track, we get a lot of that. The featuring artist is in a lesser role, and they just have small contributions, but it primarily feels like a Gorillaz track, just like their old albums. You know, they had a lot of featuring artists, but the featuring artist didn't take over the track. Kind of like songs like Super Fast Jellyfish, where the featuring artist was on the verses at times, and then Gorillaz did the chorus, and the Gorillaz did the other parts and some of the other verses. It's really a lot like Plastic Beach in that sense, because Plastic Beach also featured a lot of featuring artists as well. Well, Humanz was basically all featuring artists except for Busted and Blue. I think that was the only track, and the intro track, I switched my robot off. I think we're the only two tracks that didn't have featuring artists like Humanz, which is a little bit disappointing. Demon Days had a lot of non-featuring artist tracks, and then their first album had a pretty decent amount too. Del the Funky Homo Sapien was kind of almost another member of Gorillaz, so I don't really consider him a featuring artist, but I guess you could. The first two albums had a lot less. I hope this album really cuts back too, because I really like hearing just Gorillaz. You know, they're such a great, well-respected, well-loved band that it's really cool to hear them have that classic sound back. There's more instrumentals, you hear more guitar pluckings, some bass rumblings, everything's there. The music video is really cool. It has 2D and then the other Gorillaz members, including their new member Ace. They're animated and the rest of the world is not animated. We've seen this before in like the Dirty Harry video, the Feel Good Inc. video. You know, there's animated components and non-animated. I don't really like how they made 2D so buff and ripped in the video. It was kind of weird to see a character that's very scrawny and beat up easily look like confident and happy. Russell looks kind of the same, and Noodle look kind of the same as they did in Phase 4, which was Humanz, and then Ace kind of looks like Murdoch. I think that's why they chose his character, but you know, he's no Murdoch. Murdoch is my favorite Gorillaz member, but he's in jail, you know, he did what he did. If you follow Gorillaz lore, this makes a lot more sense to you, but yeah, Murdoch wound up in jail again for like, I don't even know how many times he's been in jail.
Sorry my bandmates can't be with me, I'm detained by your Mads, not the American Mads, our Brit Mads. Thanks to all the fab artists, management, Phil the driver, Keith my Zumba teacher, Sid the Psycho Smith, my friend Hacksaw, Harry, Jack the Hat, Cyrus the Virus, Big Balls McGuinness, no balls McGuinness, Long Lennon.
But I really liked this track a lot. I like how they had Jack Black in the video, you know, he's in the thumbnail as well as 2D. People see that, they click it, you know, it introduces more people when you have celebrities do stuff with Gorillaz. And they've done this before. Their music video for Stylo had Bruce Willis in it. That was a really cool video, mixing animation and real life. Again, that's why I'm getting a lot of Plastic Beach vibes. They're physically by the beach. There's some steel drumish kind of sort of elements in this song. Overall, I have a feeling this album is going to be a lot like Plastic Beach, which is great. It's a really chill, relaxed vibe song, and I love it. Gorillaz, make more music like this. This is Gorillaz, not that Humanz, especially not She's My Collar. That's the worst Gorillaz song ever. Charger, horrible. Sleeping Powder, horrible. This is good. And your instrumental track, fantastic. I'd give Humility a solid 4 out of 5, and I'd give Lake Zurich a 3.5 because it's a pretty good instrumental for what it is. So yeah, as always, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. This is a subscribe-free zone, so if you don't want to, don't hate on me. Don't say, oh, you don't know anything about the Gorillaz, you're a dumbass, your review sucks. I've got a lot of those comments lately. Just stop. Like, go home. It's past your bedtime. Please, don't trash talk me, okay? Thanks for watching. As always, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. and stay awesome. And also remember to check this out because these two songs are really great. So yeah.